Okay, here's a little 6-minute video that I might be helpful to some. I thought might be helpful to some. This little horse is 6 years old, but she's only got the training of a green-broke horse, so she doesn't walk very straight. You can see that that's the problem. She is drawing her body toward the pasture, and her attention is at times focused on the pasture. And you can see she's picked 2 or 3, 4 spots. You can see a couple of them right here. As she walks along the fence line, she wants to pull her body out toward the pasture. And so she needs to learn to stay where I point her nose and to stay on a straight line. So what I'm going to do is walk up and down the fence line. And then as she commits to a mistake, like right there where she's really leaning, I'm just going to go ahead and pull her back into the straight line. And when she gets in the straight line, I release the rein. So I just slide my hand down the rein, pull her back into line, and release. So the correction is the pull, and the reward is the release. And now I'm training this horse to be on a loose rein. So that's why I'm walking on a loose rein and only correcting her when she commits to the mistake. So I don't always correct her immediately. I wait for a commitment. Usually, 10 feet, you want to see a good commitment by the horse. Like right here, a few steps back, she self-corrected. You could see where she thought about stepping out of line, but then she continued to go in a straight line. And so she corrected herself. And that's why you want to give them that space to do that. And you want to wait for a genuine commitment to a mistake before you correct. So that was a good straight line. And then at the end, I was only pulling because I was turning her around. But one straight line isn't going to be enough, because you'll see she'll continue to make the same mistake. But I leaned over and gave her a good pat on the neck there. So she turns her head out toward the pasture there, and I give her a pretty good correction because that was really a blatant removal of her attention off of me and onto the buddy that was already turned out in pasture. And so it was a very definitive mistake, so it brought a definitive correction. And that's what I'd say, is that sometimes we get too mamby-pamby with our horses, and we let them get away with things, and we've got to let them know, that we do expect them to display certain behaviors, and they can't just do whatever they want. They're out there to carry us to where we want them to carry us in the way that we want them to carry us. And some people are afraid to correct their horses when correction is the best thing you can do for them. And there she self-corrected again. She does a nice straight line, and I give her a nice little sweet reward for that. I did this for about 45 minutes, just going up and down. She continued to sometimes make mistakes and sometimes get it. There was a lot of self-correction. And then toward the end, she got really relaxed and really rhythmic, and she was just walking up and down the fence line like she was on autopilot. And eventually that's what you'll get. You'll get a very rhythmic horse that just does it as if she's on autopilot, and that's from repetition. So while I only showed 6 minutes here, I actually did about 45 minutes of this exercise. Just going up and down the fence line. And you can do this going around an arena. I just did it on the fence line so that I could make a video. I didn't have anyone to make the video for me, so you just get to see these segments. But you can go all the way around a fence line, or you can do it all the way around a pasture or a paddock. Anywhere that you've got something that acts as the line that you want the horse to follow. The important thing is to let them commit to the mistake, and after they've committed, correct them and then release when they straighten out. And keep doing that until they get the message that you're going to go straight, and you'll have a straighter going horse as a result. And this is helping me, and I hope that it helps somebody else. Thank you.